Fumes so thick, I had a hard time breathing, but it's alright. Just catching colds and breathing smoke and watching that shit fly through the air. Fumes so thick, I've got nothing left to believe in, but it's alright. So I'll drown my brain in quarts of grain, tying that knot on a dime. Everybody's alright by me, as the earth shakes and the bodies ache for a lonely smile. But in a while they'll rearrange all our names and make us turn on a dime. Fumes so thick, I had a hard time dreaming, but it's alright, 'cause the pressure rose and drenched our clothes and made our hair stand up on end.
That was Fumes by Even Cheadle. It matches this kind of... Oh, good morning. Hi, how are you doing? It matches this kind of foggy thing we got going on right now. He's from the Pacific Northwest, and he makes a lot of cool music that sounds similar like that. If I were to put it into like a little picture or a little image, his music kind of looks like I don't know, like fairy moss, but like it's decaying and it's on like some kind of dead animal's head. But anyway, welcome to the Dish Room. It's Thursday, 9:05. For any of y'all warriors walking from classes or to classes, I commend y'all because you made it. You know, like I remember the first show we had all those weeks ago, week 1, and I saw all of you guys walking to class at 9 a.m. And I felt so bad for you guys, and some of you already wanted to kill yourselves when I asked, and that's really sad, but looks like some of y'all still made it, so that's good. So congratulations, and you got it, because it really is just one more week. What's one more stupid little week of your life? Come on, guys. Get to work. Is that mean to say? I don't know. Anyway, today I was planning for... Actually, we need to restart this because I can't say all of this on like YouTube. It's gonna take down. So I'm gonna have to start in like a nice way. Okay, well, welcome to the Dish Room. It's 9 a.m. I'm so glad that you guys are listening, and I'm so glad that everybody outside of this booth has ears so that they can tune in. Hi, how you doing? Because people need to be listening with their ears, right? Okay. So the plan for today was a sonic border crossing. A couple weeks ago, I was in Tijuana with my professor, and I recorded this like whatever was going on about 10 minutes from entering the actual US and like borders and immigration facility, and then everything after that line. I believe the recording's only about like 10 minutes long, but the line was 2 hours. And so this is just only but a snippet of what kind of was going on sonically at the border crossing. And there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done in order to demystify the border crossing, but then also create a lot of visibility so that we can also put our finger on accountability, because it's very special. And I was there for a class, and I had crossed the border by foot before, but specifically for these kids who had never been to Tijuana and never crossed by foot, they're standing there in line for 2 hours, and they're asking the professor, don't they have a line for US citizens? Like, what? You guys, we are already so conditioned to believe that the world is supposed to treat us differently because we're Americans. You want an American line at the fucking, oh, I'm so sorry, YouTube. I'm gonna have to. Okay, you want an American line to cross? I don't know. And so it was just really, really special to have those kinds of kids who had never had that kind of experience before, and really look straight ahead at the US border, waiting in line for 2 hours alongside everybody else that the media tries so hard to define as other than or so far away, and stand there for 2 hours and really sit with the fact that I'm here waiting in 2 hours in the hot sun because of policy from my country. And there's nothing, there's no US citizen line. And it's just really special, because a lot of the time I think maybe, you can take a group of students to go volunteer in Guatemala. They can build mud houses, and they can be parachute scientists, but it's still so removed, and you can still remove yourself so far away from the actual colonial and imperial effect that America has in perpetuating these systems and structural issues. So while that's going on, all of that's going on in the background, and yes, the recording is 13 minutes long. I think we can start it. Let's see. Gotta raise the volume. Hey, what the hell? Okay. So I started the recording, yes, about 10 minutes from the actual crossing line, because inside of the actual building, you aren't allowed to have phones out. You can't be taking pictures, but they didn't say shit about recording, or maybe they did, and maybe I'm gonna get a warrant for, I don't know, I don't know, but let's just enjoy some of this, because it gets interesting. Trust.
No, acá con nosotros los Nydia va a pelearla, no, out, ese es nuestro grupo, out. Nydia will fight her. No sé, pero a la otra Nydia la sacó. Está pasando para es que me duelen las rodillas. Me dijo Nydia que me viniera a hacer fila. ¿Pero ella quién es? ¿Ella quién es? Ella es Ah, pero no es la gente que trabaja ahí adentro. No, yo entré allá con el niño y le pregunté. Deberían traer para que le diga. Lo que pasa es que ella fue con el niño a preguntarle si le dan la oportunidad de pasar porque le hablaron rodillas, va ella sola. Yo no voy a cruzar con ella. Y me dijo que si algún otro adulto mayor le da oportunidad, se puede pasar con el otro adulto mayor. No sé cómo funciona. Sí, él. Pero ya tuvo oportunidad, si no, no se hubiera metido solo de ella sola. Yo no voy a empezar con ella.
No, yeah, I think who cares? It's like making it a little harder to discourage it for next time, you know? It won't work. Claro, le va a dejar entrar a la amiga. ¿Sí? I'm fine with letting someone pass if their knees hurt, you know? I just like, you know.
I have no idea why that music stopped so suddenly.
Go ahead and show me your passport.
All the way in the back.
All right, just go ahead and wait on this side while you guys look through your documents. Just wait, yeah. Can you guys show me? There we go. Is that your visa or rest of the Okay.
I just want to charge it up before it says that.
That's why I was saying it's a scooter. I thought I just turned it on. That's all good stuff. I guess it's
No, va a haber dos colas, ¿no?
You know what they were rapping about? They were making fun of everybody's faces. So they would like on the spot. I see. I was all funny. Yeah, they were pretty good. The guy with the sunglasses came up to me and he was like, I don't speak English, but you might want to take me to America? I want to take me out here. They're like, hey, I will.
Surprised they didn't
trying to do something, you know?
Yeah.
No sé, porque
Is that like popular in Mexico?
That's like, it's just
Just call it.
yeah.
está la señora.
I would definitely, I would just expect it, like, it's nothing, it's normal.
They were respectful too.
I guess so, if they weren't,
So, yeah.
if they weren't going for the low hand, that's how you know they're good.
Yeah.
They don't have to go for the low hand. So after they check your passport, you are walking down this like long hallway to the actual building, which is super interesting that it's so free, empty, echoey, as compared to the line that was like, 20 feet away and it's just packed. Like, this is a lot of walking, right?
Korea. Plane ticket is kind of expensive.
I really want to learn more about the different science in Korea.
History science.
There's a lot of like scientists, people who write about like, oh, science didn't exist in Korea. Like, and at this time, we're in the lines waiting to be checked by the immigration officials. It is because like Korea had it that long.
Korea had it down. You know history, yeah. You know ball.
King Sejong is literally the goat.
King Sejong.
King Sejong is the goat.
King Sejong literally created a new language
I
system.
love King Sejong. And then also like using that also for like public health announcements.
Yeah.
Like the Bisancha, like the earliest Bisancha like voices that they had.
I'm actually impressed of how much you know. This is like stuff you get tested on in community.
I went to
But like not police, like actual police, like current public in Korea. Yeah.
no, yeah. And also the mapping is really
They had like a in Sejong Dynasty. They had like a they mapped out the entire satellite. They had like a one scientist named Talon Youngshu, and he was really good. He created like every scientific aspect of the
and it's really funny how in Korea it's still such like a prevalent thing. Or no, it's not so much now, but like it used to be. There was a saying of you walk over the river and it's still Korea. Or something like that. Yeah. Okay, ignore all my ignoring chattering. Like the sound of this space is very much. It doesn't even sound like an airport. It doesn't even sound like a courtroom because there's too many people. It's just this like constant pressure and surveillance that sort of compacts the general emotion into this very like anxious space. Yeah, it's really interesting. Compare this to other rooms that sound and have a lot of people inside of like taking its final for a test. I would imagine
that was a station in the GOP, it's like near the border. They would always do like training every week.
You need to write about the civilization differences between the borders.
I actually could do that.
You get. It's very similar.
It honestly is very similar.
It's very similar.
Yeah, because you literally have a wall, physical wall.
A physical wall. And this type of surveillance.
Yeah.
But it is different in a way that.
It is different in a way. We do have like a 2-kilometer zone, DMZ.
Oh, these are U.S. agents. I thought it was gonna be chill, but they're U.S. agents. Never mind. I just remembered. Because how loud are you actually able to talk about the DMZ in Korea at the actual border crossing? If you put that on a speaker, they're gonna kick you out, obviously. But if you're trying to get like people in conversation, that's not the time for it. Like you're supposed to be in line. Now I'm at the actual officer's desk.
Anything to declare?
Excuse me?
Anything to declare today?
No. And was it just me or was he mumbling? Oh my god. Thank you so much. I remember I put my phone right on the counter. He had no idea. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the bag checking. And there's a trolley.
We were waiting for everybody else, and they were like, because they were closed, like they have Wait, what? What does this have to? Does this mean anything? Is this like a wall? No, it's just like you can't like wait Yeah.
And that was the entire, well, not the entire border crossing. The entire border crossing would have been 2 hours. But anyway. And you can imagine how that is just one, part of the experience. If you were to actually go there, not only do you have that whole experience, you have what your feet are feeling, you have what your eyes are seeing, because what is left out in that recording is you are in line in this packed sardine kind of snake that trails for 2 hours, and about like 5 feet from you is another line of all these working class men and young men who have suitcases. They all have, they're lined up like soldiers because they're going inside. They're going to, oh my god, I played the song. They're going inside and they're crossing to find work, and it's just the same 30-year-old man, 18-year-old man, 45-year-old man, over and over and over again. And you just wonder, like, this is extraction, like, and people are blamed for their agency. But something that, oh my god, I can't remember his name. There's a famous anthropologist that did a really good paper, and he was talking about it's that liberal ideal that everybody has their own decisions and they can really change their lives with their own decisions, but these people don't. And so that is something that you wouldn't be able to pick up on the recording because, they're quiet. But those are and then something that you would pick up on the thing is that there's these like rapper guys that are going around with the speaker and they're asking for change. And they're rapping on the spot, and they come up to a random person and they start making fun of their face, of their clothes, and they're really good. Like some of those were really good, and they're really good musicians too. And that in itself becomes a form of like, mutual aid, and it really is like music is this little bird on the hippo's back in a sense, when it comes to that social environment at the border. And so because it mandates that that it's quiet, it's orderly, but of course you're always going to have line cutters and people like those musicians rapping and causing a ruckus. So that was the sonic border crossing. You can't really, it'd be illegal to do a visual border crossing, unless you drew, which would be interesting. But yeah, I think it's especially important to think about, and be able to sit with it, because that border runs from here in San Diego and Tijuana all the way to like Corpus Christi in Texas. You cannot imagine how many lives have been taken because of it. And you really start to look at it differently when you try to feel that weight that it has, because it's just a wall, but it's so violent. It is so violent. Okay. We're going to calm down. I don't have much else to show from Tijuana sonically. And so I'm going to end like the YouTube stuff now, and then we can just go into regular programming. Thank you for tuning in, YouTube.